Okay, hello YouTube, this is RM Cat or Raphael, and I'm back with the hello YouTube, this is Raph with the RM Cat channel, and in today's video I have this computer, and this computer is a Dell Precision T3610, and if we move around here you could see it's a Dell Precision T3610, and it's a pretty old desktop, and I bought this to be my main rig because I did get rid of my previous rig, which I did make a video about. And if you want to see that, please go check in my, it'll be linked down in the description. And yeah, and I just want to showcase you guys around this rig and just show you what it's truly capable of. And if we move up top to the, see on this sticker, it has a manufacture date of 2014, so this thing is pretty old, but it does have some pretty good, pretty cool features, and I really like how this build really presents itself. It looks really professional, really clean. You can see that Dell logo, it looks really nice, and this like mini DVD drive, 4 USB ports at the front, headphone jack, for audio and also for your headset. And yeah, let's just open up this thing. I got this for a pretty good price. I believe I got this for around $220, which is pretty good considering the age of these things. These things do come with some really good parts. Now this one that I have is rocking the NVIDIA Quadro K2000 graphics card. So I believe this is done with the 2 GB of VRAM. So yeah, this machine was, judging from the graphics card, I could tell that this was used for CAD in its earlier days, and it did belong to some sort of business which specialized in 3D modeling and all this kind of stuff. And under this heatsink, I believe this has the Intel Xeon E5-1650 V2, so it's a 6-core, 12-threaded processor. Now, just because it has 6 cores and 12 threads, don't expect this thing to game at all. It does bottleneck quite heavily with many modern day graphics cards. And I actually bought this graphics card, the Sapphire Pulse RX 580, to put inside this machine. So I was thinking of building a Hackintosh, and this happened to come across for really cheap. I bought this for $100. And this is an 8 GB model, so this was an absolute steal. And I'm happy about it. I'm really good I got that deal. And yeah, and let me just keep showcasing you guys around. So this build did come with an SSD for the boot drive. If we take this off, I'm not sure this thing would actually show, but this is 256 GB of solid state drive memory. And here's just an extra caddy if you want to expand your storage. And if we just turn this build around, you could see the CD drive just hooked up onto there somewhere. And this is a really proprietary computer, so don't expect to upgrade many parts anytime soon. But yeah, and this thing comes with 16 GB of DDR3, I think ECC, so error correcting memory. And yeah, so you could tell this thing was a server and all that kind of stuff. And if we just turn this build to the back, it's pretty heavy. We can see I'll just lower the tripod. You can see that this thing has a pretty beefy power supply. This one actually comes with 635 watt power supply, and you can see if I remove this from the tripod, you can see down here that 685, my mistake. And this thing is pretty beefy. It'll definitely handle the RX 580 that I'm going to put in this thing. And yeah, ports are pretty minimal. Doesn't have much to say, just a couple PS2 ports up here, and Ethernet, audio jack as well for, yeah, so the rear IO definitely doesn't scream overkill or anything like that, but yeah, it will definitely do the job. And I believe in here, what we have is just a nest of cables. And good thing this thing did come with some extra SATA and data cables, because I will be installing a 1 TB SSD inside this thing to hold most of my footage and all that kind of stuff. And I'll try to take this thing apart, see what needs replacing. I might have to put new thermal paste in this thing because it's been running, I guess, for a while. But this thing is particularly new. It hasn't been used that much. I mean, it looks really new besides the few scratches on this panel. Yeah, this thing is in really good and tip-top shape. And this is a pretty good diagram showing you how to install a RAM and seat them in the correct way. So that's just for you guys who need a bit of assurance with any of that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with this purchase. I think this thing would serve me well. It definitely won't be future proof, but it will definitely be able to handle my type of video editing. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys. This is ArmCat, and I'll see you guys in another video. ArmCat out. Peace.